Hello, it's Rich Essence Talks here, and today I'm going to be talking about conditioning and conditioning for Black women and what conditioning looks like, sounds like, and feels like. This is something that should be talked about quite a bit, considering it is the biggest reason why we all sing the same tune. Okay. For one, conditioning sounds like, for example, if you watch television with enormous amount of curse words like love and hip hop and all, you may start to see yourself slowly developing that language. It starts with saying something not as thick and, what can I say, trashy. It maybe starts with the DAMN, and then you slowly start saying other words, even in reactionary instances. And you don't really think it's a big deal because, heck, it was reactionary. Everyone says it, but you don't see how that is changing you. Before, no curse words, but you start watching something, you curse more often, and even reactionary, for a look. Do you guys remember when people were all exposing President Joe Biden? Everybody was exposing him for being a predator, right? And just the same people that was exposing him about it were the same ones like, well, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden anyway. Why? You say, why vote for Joe Biden? And they say the lesser of two evils. And it's like, okay, who said that they were the only two on the ballot? Well, they're the only two that could win on the ballot. Well, if we all came together, like if we all stopped having the same way of thinking, maybe that would not be the case, We all could have, put someone like Bernie Sanders or something on the empty lot. But no, we all had to vote for Joe Biden because he's a lesser of two evils. Since when did we stop learning to pave our own path instead of going down the two raggedy ones that would just lead us to the same place? Okay. I remember growing up, instead of the lesser of two evils, we chose the best for the job, not the one who's less likely to be, the one who's less evil, who's less of a predator. Come on. But why? How did this conditioning happen that made you believe in a lesser of two evils instead of paving your own path and thinking for yourself? It's the advertisements you see everywhere. You see it everywhere. You see the, Joe Biden's ex-wife, who died, RIP, and all. You see all of that sadness, and you can't imagine what he's gone through, and you just see him helping people. All these political advertisements, they do it for a reason, to condition you to thinking, well, he's not that bad, because Republicans like Donald Trump, they're openly, they're open with their hate and with their nastiness. So you're like, hey, this Joe guy is not that bad. Okay, we'll get into the Democratic Party and political and that in a bit, but what conditioning feels like is you used to believe in thinking for yourself, but that's put on the back burner because you go with the popular, what everyone else is saying. You sing the same tune everyone else is singing. Okay, and that you don't want that, because where has that gotten you and people like you so far? I noticed that you guys let Twitter, like Caucasian Twitter activists or whatever, air quotes, form your thinking for you. These white people, Democrat or not, will always benefit regardless of who is in office. They will always benefit. The system was created for them to benefit, even if they differed in opinion. They always benefit, and you let them think for you. Someone who does not benefit, regardless of which Democratic person was in office or which Republican person's office was in office. I'm going to say an unpopular opinion because a lot of you Black people won't like to hear, but let me tell you, Obama is not our savior. Okay? Obama did nothing for Black people. He only acknowledged police brutality when he wasn't in office anymore. But let me tell you something. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to say mad about it, because let's be honest. The political leaders that uses the face, which is the presidents, are not the ones really running the show. We should be smarter and know that. Okay? All right. So, as usual, I will provide a solution, okay, which is deconditioning and reconditioning. Deconditioning, not like deep conditioning, but deconditioning is the physical and mental act of unplugging from what the world has conditioned into you. Reconditioning is the physical and mental act of focusing and implementing things that you want to be normal for you. You have to define your own normal, by the way. Don't let society tell you who you are and what you want. Figure it out. Okay? If you follow my Instagram, richessence_coaching, my very first post in November 2nd, 2020, I said, as aspiring, feminine, and classy women, the odds are stacked against us. Yes, it is, because even with feminism, the feminism movement, it's always about being superheroes, always about, doing everything ourselves and not needing a man. Even feminists like Meghan Markle at first was rejected by, majority of feminists, believe it or not. There are women normalizing HOE culture and nature. If you want to know more about HOE culture, it's basically like a bunch of female rappers are in this. Suki Hana, Cardi B, about making a man pay, you charge a man for sex. And it's like, even when you're in a relationship with the guy, like, sex is something sexual and that's spiritual. There's a reason why you don't put a price on it. But everyone act like it's just an everyday, a act that doesn't mean much. It should mean a lot to you, but it does not for people. Women believing that they have to be like men for success. They even say that femininity is oppression, even if it's our choice. To succeed in becoming feminine, classy, and mentally healthy, you have to unplug from all of that or decondition it. Not everyone that is popular and accepted is good or normal. You must redefine what normal is to you. You have the power to accept and allow what you want, not society. Don't let society bully you into accepting and allowing what they want. The fact that they have to bully and force your hand proves that you have the power, not them. What I mean by bully is that if you do not have the most popular opinion amongst the majority of this country we call America, trust me, you'll be bullied. Whether it's, it could be like anything, unpopular opinion amongst what is, like everyone believe in a lesser of two evils. People will look at me crazy if I say, I don't believe in the lesser of two evils. What? So you support Trump? No, I don't support either of them. I want to pave my own path instead of going down the two rocky ones that will lead me to the same place. They will look at you crazy. That's why that's why you see advertisements for things they want you to accept and allow, to condition you into thinking that what they want is normal, when in reality it's only making them money. Without money, these wouldn't even be in your face 24/7. Seriously, a lot of things are just money maker. A lot of crazy stuff you see normalized is just money maker things for them. But the people that are even promoting these things are not even living the lifestyle that they're living. Like Cardi B, her famous song WAP. I haven't listened to it, but I heard some parts of it, especially when it got big on TikTok and all. You hear a lot of, she doesn't, I don't cook and I don't clean, but let me tell you about this ring. Everyone's like, yeah, right? But let me tell you what about that ring, honey. Yeah, let us tell you about that ring. Her husband cheated on her. Cheating is not normal in relationships. It should not be normal in relationships. Everyone, honestly, cheating, I feel like will be normal depending on the individual. If you normalize it for yourself, it will be normal for you. You will attract that kind of person, But cheating in general is not normal in a healthy marriage or relationship. No, it is not. Okay? But that is what happened many times. Cardi should not be, especially as feminine women, we should not be looking at women like her, listening to her music, and resonating with her. No, if you feel like you are, then, honey, you better listen to some Nina Simone, because this ain't it. Okay? And then Offset, someone who felt emasculated, decided to record a video of her cleaning up. He said, "You don't cook, you don't clean. Like, you're lying." Like, he exposed her, trying to be, like, some men, when they feel emasculated, naturally they act out. Even the most feminine of men, like, when they feel emasculated, they're going to act out in some way, even when they have not been working on their masculinity. It's just a nature for men. If they are put down so much by women, and women is like straight up the man in the relationship, they will act out. They will act out. Okay? Now, all right, as for us Black women, why is this conditioning so harmful to us? Well, for one, it's keeping us from growing. Like, you hear this savage and petty culture, being savage and petty all the time, being the norm. That's like, honey, we're supposed to be growing as we age. We're supposed to grow mentally and spiritually. But no. Instead, we're all trying to be like little children. Let me be petty and savage all the time. That is not cute. Okay? It is not. Twerking, overly twerking. Like, there's classy people who do a little twerking, but they don't twerk all over the place. Twerking activism. No. None of that mess. None of that mess. Standing in the front lines, protecting men. Are you serious? You as a woman protecting a man. It shows that you do not see yourself as much of a woman. And it shows that these men don't see you as much of a woman either. Okay? Why do Black women do so much for the male gaze? It went from Black men profiting off of Black women in our bodies, and it's like reclaiming the N-word, reclaiming our bodies by sexualizing ourselves even more too. Wasn't Black men doing that enough for us? Why wasn't that enough for us to just stop and keep to ourselves? Why, in the age of social media, is being confident being seen as showing yourself? If you were confident, honey, you knew what you had and you valued what you had, you wouldn't feel the need to always show it on social media, because you would know that social media don't deserve it to see all the time like that. Okay? I guess a lot of people who were, they were always in the public eye, and when they gain confidence, or air quote confidence, mainstream confidence, which is not true confidence, by the way, it's showing themselves on social media, and then breaking down and all when people criticize. And it's like, oh, if you were so confident, why are you breaking down? Why are you letting it get to you? Because you're doing it for the gays, honey. You might have felt good doing it in your zone or whatever, but if you were truly confident, you would never felt the need to even post on social media. If you were truly confident, you could just do it by yourself. No recording, no nothing. Just vibe, honey. Flow, But no. Social media got to play a hand in it? No. Acceptance had to play a hand in it? Is not confidence. That is not confidence, hon. I understand that you cannot control people. People will do them and all. But as I am speaking to you, you are here to learn, which is why you're listening. You're here to learn. And that's the only people I want to talk to, is ones who want to learn. Okay? So please change what you watch from these reality TV shows, and honestly what you follow as well. Okay? On my Rich Essence page, I follow other femininity coaches, like people who talk about femininity, and I follow smaller businesses, that sell like feminine stuff. And I follow some feminine women and women who promote like a nicer luxury lifestyle, that stuff. Yeah, that's what I promote. because that's what I want for myself. I want myself to continue growing into a feminine, classy person, and as I age, have more of a mature femininity to me, where elegance will play a part in that, you know? That's what I want for myself. And that's what I follow. Like, everything I follow falls in accordance to that on social media. So I'm conditioning myself to see this as a norm for me and as a possibility for me by following these pages and seeing it every day. That's what I do. I make these things a norm for me by following these pages and seeing their content of, maybe black women living in luxury, feminine black women and all of that. That's how I condition myself into thinking and knowing that I deserve this, okay? Because I follow a bunch of pages and I see it every day when I'm on social media. Also, for black women, just can we acknowledge that for social media is not for black women, really? Honestly, can we honestly, acknowledge that long-term social media use for black women, black women are the hatest group in America, almost anywhere, actually. So being on social media for a long time should not be you. If you go on your activity and time on Instagram, set a daily reminder. I have mine of an hour and 30 minutes, and lately I've been averaging under that. I feel good. I've been averaging under an hour and 30 minutes, I feel good. I'm not on Instagram as much. Yay. And I only conversate with people who are like-minded. The reason being is because I am young. So I still need to conversate with people who are like-minded. I don't think I'm strong enough yet to have, long conversations with people who are not like-minded to gain more insight, because then these people who believe in the popular opinion, they will try to argue with you and all, and I don't want to fall into that trap of screaming and yelling and cursing. So I prefer to set myself apart from that for now until I am strong enough to do that. But yeah, seriously, watch how long you're on social media and watch what you follow. Stop with always engaging in celebrity drama, because it's crap. Honestly, there's only a few genuine celebrity couples that I have seen that are wholesome, are Ciara and Russell Wilson. I would say Jackie Aina and Dennis. Wait, is his name Dennis? I forgot. Hold on. Yeah, Denise. Dennis. I haven't been following Jackie Aina for a while because I wanted to work on my femininity and all, and I don't do makeup, so, but I always enjoyed her, but I'm gonna follow her again. But yeah, what you want for yourself, follow that on social media, okay? And please, black man, if you are listening, stop using white supremacy as a excuse. Black women are less privileged than you, okay? Maybe of the same race, but not the same gender. They don't get the same gender privileges as you as a black man do, okay? As a man do. But yeah, black women are, working on their femininity, teaching others about their femininity. But yet, black men are still not working on their masculinity. No. They're not. No. They don't want to grow. They don't want to go to therapy like black women has been doing. Why is it only up to black women to change and do better? That's come on. Come on. Come on. Also, black women, stop being so race loyal. Stop identifying so much with people that who are not you, who you don't know. Like, these are my brothers. They're not your brothers, honey. They're just men of the same race who don't care about you like that. And that is all right. Okay, don't mean that you hate these men. You know, you don't want them to be dying every day or whatever. But when have they ever spoken out about black women dying every day at the hands of them? Black women being abused every day at the hands of them? When have they did that? They have yet to speak out about it and be so vocal about it. So why should you? Oh wait, you shouldn't. Mind your business. Work on yourself. Everyone want to, fix this community and everything, but one thing you got to do is work on yourself. Black men claim they hate black women so much, and their speech shows that they really do. But is it really black women's fault? Honestly, if they were to go to therapy and really work on that, I can almost guarantee their hate for black women will lessen. Their, I feel acknowledgement and negative attention to black women will lessen, because it's not about us. It's about their issues that they projecting onto us. It always has been. I want to say, for the black women who have been doing this, thank you, and continue rejecting these harmful illustrations of black women being shown as superhuman, super women, and, saviors of. It is not up to us to save a darn own country, honey. That is, you make it like you can't even see black women as human enough to know that responsibility is inhumane to put onto people. They can't even see you as human. Black men can't even see you as human. And I'm so happy you guys reject these illustrations. Anytime you see on social media someone putting black women in a negative light, report and block them. Even if the reporting doesn't take them into account, it does something. With enough, it will, but continue going against that. That's what we need more. Okay, you can go against something without being so vocal and aggressive and stepping into your masculinity. You can be feminine and sit back and still report and block. Like on my Rich Essence page, I got my first hater. I was on the Real Yanni's page, and I said black men want the same power and privilege white men have, and black women want the protection and love white women has. And I said, which neither of us would have, okay, because white men set it in stone a long time ago for them to, have this power. Black men have not, and with black men being the way they are now, black women would not have the protection and love that they want, that they need, okay? And you know what? Someone made a new account, went on my page, and said, under a post that was completely unrelated, and said, black women don't deserve protection. And they said other stuff under other posts. They literally was going on my page and commenting on other posts, like my older posts, okay, that had nothing to do with what they were talking about. And I didn't reply. I didn't care to look at all the other messages. I just reported and blocked them. That's all I did. And that's what you do. It's on social media. It's not like they're saying it in your face. That's why they made a new account, because they're coward. These men, specifically black men, who try to argue with black women, who try to fight black women in a women's conversation, honestly, they're very feminine. They're a bitch. So I treat you like a bitch. Sometimes I dismiss it. I dismiss bitchs. Okay? Sometimes I would drag you through the mud to show you out. Either way, it won't end well for you. So, and that is that. All right? Let's redefine femininity. Femininity is not, always, it's not having a backbone, not speaking up for yourself. Because no, you can speak up for yourself. Just don't work to be on the front lines and savior for everything, because no. Who's the savior? In like Superman or whatever, the masculinity, being a savior, it comes with a lot of masculinity. You are not that. You are a woman. Okay? Don't let mainstream feminism and all tell you that, you're a savior, because you're not, and it's all right. Whether you're a feminist or not, for me personally, I believe that black women have worked hard for what we have. White women have not worked for black women's freedom and what we can do. Believe it or not, they have not. They say that because because I'm allowed to speak like this on social media, and that is my choice and not show my face, is that it's because of feminism. No, our black women ancestors, like, they fought for that themselves. White women fought for themselves. They always have fought for themselves. Okay? Black women fought for our right for this, not white women. Just feminism they get credited for the hard work we do. People always paint it under feminism when it was completely separate. It was a completely separate thing. Okay? White women nowadays, they protect black women, whatever. But what about talking about the black girls who went missing and all that? And no, there's always an agenda. They don't want you to be feminine, to know yourself and to see yourself as human and as a woman and love yourself. They don't want that. They don't want that for you. They don't. But that's why you have to want it for yourself first. All right? What else? What else? Oh, I touched on confidence, like fake confidence, mainstream confidence, but can we talk about the body positivity movement and how that is actually harmful for black women? Statistically, black women are more affected by obesity than anybody else. They are most likely to die from obesity than anybody else. It's harmful to be like, oh, like, regardless of our size, like, you could love yourself and still want to lose weight for your health, believe it or not. I'm all for not having unrealistic body expectations. You can love yourself as a naturally curvy woman and still want to tone up your body so you can have so you can have nice proportions. We'll be unrealistic about that, and against body positivity about that would be to trying to give somebody else's body. You're not made like somebody else. You're made like you. You don't have somebody else's body. You're made like you. Why are you trying to get their body? Proportions that were not made for you. Okay? But yeah, this white woman, just non-black women in general, body positivity won't work for black women. We always have to stop trying to follow everyone else do. Pave your own path, honey. You could be all about body positivity, but still want to lose weight for your health. Okay, still want to tone your body so you can really love it more. Because naturally, if we're eating whatever we want without watching what we're eating and not being as active, we're not really going to really see ourselves in a good light. You know, back then people used to call that slobs. I won't call us slobs, but honestly, we can do better. I know that. I know we can. All right? I know we can. Know what you want. Create a physical vision board, but also social media vision board. Follow what you want for yourself in the future and what you want to grow into. And don't get so obsessive over these these people. Okay, say, like, for example, you want the kind of love Russell Wilson and Ciara have. You don't know what kind of love they have. You can see you on the outside, but at the end of the day, you have to, oh yeah, I want the kind of bond they have. That's nice. But don't get so obsessive where you identify as them. You are not there yet, hon. Don't get so obsessive where you try to control, what what they should post or whatever, because it doesn't fall within your idea, within what you want. So don't get so obsessive. Black women can get very obsessive. Like, for example, when it comes to natural hair, they may follow a page, and it's like, oh, nice, people have hair like me, whatever. And then they like, oh, don't do that hairstyle. Don't straighten your hair. Don't do that. Da, da, da. Or they try to force someone to straighten their hair or something. Like, it's always this forcing and obsessiveness. Black women need to stop. Things black women need to work on and stop. I'm gonna write this down. Is hypersexuality. That stems from RIPE, sexual assault and all that. That's where it stems from. Majority of black women will go through that before they're even women. Okay? So we need to work on that history of ourselves, okay? And that past. Another thing black women need to work on is learning to love yourself all the while wanting better for yourself. health wise too. Stop. Black women also need to stop obsessing over one thing, obsessing over people who have a life that they want, and coming at them on social media because everything that person may do may not fit into what they want. Like, that person is not you. Stop that. Okay? These vision boards on social media and in real life is there so you can create it yourself. So you can make moves, okay, for yourself and really manifest it for yourself. Manifestation for non-religious people may look different, but manifestation for me is prayer and working towards that thing. Okay, and if I want to be more feminine, I have to work on within myself first. In every little thing I do, from every little thing you change can help with your femininity. Instead of drinking from a bottle of water, put some of that water in a cup and drink from it. That little things like that, okay, will help. All right, with Rich Essence out.